baby. We are live in effect. This is a very special night, and you guys are in the place to be. If you guys are tuning in live, this is the Locker Room Show. If you're joining us for the very first time, welcome. I'm your host, Coach Terrence Wood. To the far right, we got the birthday boy, the one that holds me down every single week in the Locker Room Show, and that's none other than Guru. The Guru. What's going on, boss?
Man, I'm chilling, man. I've been good all day running around, man, getting my free food. I've been on it, man. I'm a foodie, man. I got to have it. So yeah, I've been having a blast riding around Houston.
There you go. So
chilling.
hey, Guru is having his birthday. He might have a little sip on something after the show. Who knows? But tonight is about the gentleman you see in the middle of the screen. This is somebody you guys I've probably known for about a decade now. I'm a Bay Area native, so I know the Bay people are going to join into the Locker Room Show tonight or catch the recording because we have a legend. We have a legend, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. This is somebody that has coached at every single level of football in the Bay Area. He has mentored coaches. He has mentored players. He has had guys go off to college, guys go to the pros. He's coached at San Jose State. And now, you guys, he is at the University of Arizona in the Big 12. That is none other than the great Alonzo Carter. How's it going, Coach Carter?
Oh man, you hype me up. I want to meet myself.
There you go. There you go. So no, we are excited, man, to have you. I know you guys are in spring ball, so you got a lot going on, Coach. And thank you for tuning in with us tonight.
No, I promise you I will jump on. You know, it's a pleasure. Like you say, our relationship goes way back, and anything I can do to support the people that are doing something positive and putting out a positive message that represents something that I support, I'm going to jump on. And I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad to be here. Happy birthday to my dog. Enjoy yourself.
Appreciate you.
You look good. You look about 35, so keep it.
Oh, yeah, we're going to go with that, Coach.
Yeah, go 35. Keep it moving. But no, it's a pleasure to be on, and I'm excited. And let's get to it, baby.
Definitely.
Rock and roll, man. So, hey, as I told you guys, and I know a lot of our athletes, parents, coaches, we're looking forward to tuning in tonight. Many of you guys know this gentleman. Like I said, he has done it at every single level, you guys, and is one of the few remaining, you guys, that goes mentor first. He goes athlete first. He makes sure that all of his young men are on the path to graduation. He's making sure that they're doing the right things off the field, you guys. He has truly earned the reputation and the level that he is currently coaching at. He mentors, like I said, coaches across the country. So very excited to get into tonight's conversation. And let's get into it, Coach. I mean, all of the topics are right there on the bottom ticker. And the first one is the coach's calling. The coach's calling. I mean, I've coached before, and there was time I don't got hair, Coach, but there was time I wanted to pull my hair out with some of these kids. I know that you've been in the trenches with some of these kids. So when did it dawn on you that coaching was your calling?
Well, that's a great question because I had, no desire coming out of high school. I graduated from Climates High School, Oakland, California, class of 86. And I was a teenage dad, man. And when you're a teenage dad at 17 years old, that's me and my son right there, Lizzo. I wanted to go to college and go to somewhere close so I could be around to help raise him. And while I was at Cal State Hayward, I did play football and run track. I was a walk-on, made the team, but I met this young man by the name of MC Hammer. That was just a local artist at the time, selling Trump, Busted Records. And we shot our video at Sweet Jimmy's, the original Let's Get It Started video. And then from there, he invited us to Southern California where he shot a couple of videos and he signed a major deal with Capitol Records. And once he signed his major deal, he looked out for us, me and my friends, Steve, Sidney, Michael Sessions, and Alvin Anderson. We had our own hip hop group that we were mixing hip hop dance and fraternity stepping. So he enjoyed what we were doing, and we went on tour with him that summer of '89. And when I went to go back to school, he was like, "No, man, y'all coming on this world tour," which was the 1990 MC Hammer, Please Hammer Don't Hurt 'Em tour.
Oh,
we helped choreograph You Can't Touch This. That's Why We Pray, and all the hits. 10 million sold. And I just felt
with no social media.
Yeah. No social media. No, this was
you
real.
Be talking 50 million, 60.
Yeah,
now, it was.
Hold on now. I can just patent the platinum. I'm sitting on the wall now. I'm gonna grab it before we're done. I'm gonna get you, because if I stuck on that, people go, "Oh, I don't want to just get stuck on that." But the original question is, when I came off tour, when I finished all that, while I still had that shine and that platform on me, I wanted to go back and give back. And I went back to Oakland, where me and Hammer was from, and watching him do so much for the community. And just people don't realize and give him enough credit for what he's done. So he made me, I was the posse leader. I wasn't the most talented dancer, but I was real organized and I was detailed. And I realized then, I was coaching then, but I took that, mentality back to McClymonds High School in Oakland, and I started coaching track first. And once I coached track and field, I started coaching football, and I started off as a junior varsity football coach. And once I knew I was able to affect people's lives and use the sport to teach them how they can use that to get an education, because I remember I didn't have a father figure in my life, and I knew how it was important to have someone that looked like yourself and can give you the tools and the platform to go to college if that's something you wanted to do, or just graduate, even just something simple as graduating from high school. I mean, being a teenage dad, it's rough, but I had a great support system with my family. My mother did a great job raising us, and I had my sister, Michelle, my oldest brother McKinley. They were always people I looked up to. So when I got to McClymonds High School, I just felt it was important for me to lead by example. And from there, I did the McClymonds High School, and as you can see, I later on went up to Berkeley High School, and then Contra Costa College as the head coach, and then which that's my Hall of Fame picture there. I got inducted to the Contra Costa College Hall of Fame after 7 years there. And then I ended up going on to San Jose State with Coach Brennan, which I met back in 1999 while I was coaching at McClymonds High School. There he is there. And he seen me, he was a coach, and he seen me in Oakland just in the trenches, helping kids and changing lives. So when he got hired at San Jose State, he wanted that. We wanted to keep the local buzz. We wanted to recruit players from the Bay Area and give them opportunities. And we did that there. We was able to win the Mountain West Championship. And from San Jose State, obviously now I'm here at Arizona. So the biggest platform for me was just going back to where I was from and giving back genuinely with zero aspirations of becoming a college football coach. That's not why I got into it. I got into it to change young men and young women's lives, and I'm blessed to be able to still do that even at this level.
Wow. And you guys, I mean, like I said, I've had a chance to watch this man in action, and some coaches are just different. They're special where they can penetrate with these young men, and and he's one of them, you guys. So thank you, Coach, and so glad that you did decide to become a coach. Hammer let you go. Hammer let you off the tour, so I'm glad it did.
Man, when you working with a man that's the hardest working man in show business, man, you learn a lot watching him. We're still friends to this day. He was just at our homecoming game this past year. We played Colorado. I was able to travel the world, man. I did the MTV Awards. I've done the Grammys. I've done Oprah, the Billboard Awards, you name it. I've done it. And I'm just through the blessings of God and having a person like him that believed in me and gave me an opportunity and the platform to not only take care of others, but take care of myself. Like I said, I was a teenage dad, and I was able to help raise my son and take care of my mother, my brother, just a lot of different people, man. It was a true blessing to have that opportunity. So I felt it was my duty to go back and just give back, just like I seen him do.
I love it. I love it right there, Coach. And that's big time. We already got people coming in. We got Michael Bay coming in, the GOATs, BYGP. I know you. What's going on, Yusuf, Alonzo Carter, Bay Area. My mother-in-law tuning in. She loves her some football. Said checking in a little late. We got the great Hannibal Navy, former teammate. Amar. Yes, indeed. And we're gonna talk offline. Part 2's coming, Coach. Part
Hannibal,
2 is done.
They humbled me very early in my early track career. Hannibal Navies and Jawan Cherry and those guys over at Berkeley.
Hey, boy, I keep hearing that name, boy.
They had to. I had to learn. I got tired. I said, "Hey, man, if I'm a track coach, I'm gonna have to really coach because them dudes was off the hook." But
right.
Hannibal was a great young man. He's a grown man now. He was grown then.
Right.
Yes, indeed. And like I said, we're gonna talk offline, Coach, because part 2's coming. His son coming.
Part 2, I come back. It's no problem.
Yes, indeed. So, hey, we're going to go to our next topic, you guys. And if you're joining us live, thank you for tuning in. All of the topics are on the bottom ticker. So, speaking of life-changing impact, Coach, I mean, you've touched so many lives, even in the time that I've had a chance to be around you. It's very inspiring, Coach. And I wanted to ask you, because now you've coached at all the levels. You've coached at the high school level. You've coached at the junior college level. You've coached at the big time Power 4 level. And I know affecting change is big for you. Be honest with us, Coach, here in the locker room. What level do you feel like you can affect a young man the most in football?
I mean, to be honest, the grassroots of it is a Pop Warner. That's where you instill the grassroots of children. I think a lot of it is getting lost in the sauce. I even did that a little bit. I volunteered at Pop Warner level because both my sons played Pop Warner, and I used to be sitting there watching as a parent, and they would figure out later on, like, why are you here? Oh, my son play. I'm over here watching y'all. They was like, oh man, so here. So they would have to kind of be on their A game, but I befriended a lot of people. We used to be the Oakland Saints, and then it became the East Bay Warriors, and they played a lot of their games at McClimas High School. Big shout out to Fred Pugh, which he started the East Bay Warriors, and I was on the original panel that helped get that going, the executive committee, executive board, whatever, that helped get that going because I wanted to make sure that we were able to give kids from Oakland and all over the Bay Area an outlet. And they played the original home games at McClimas High School. So I just think it was important when you see the level of talent once them young men go from youth football to high school. I was able to see Joe Mixon. I was able to see Darrell Daniels, guys like Marvell Underwood. I seen all them guys play. Even all these guys you have on this list, Dante Marsh, he was paid for the Berkeley Cougars growing up, all these different players. It's a list that goes on.
A lot of killers, boy.
See, and I was able to train and put hands on some of those, including my nephew, Marcus Peters, which is on that list, which his dad, Michael Peters, which is the current head coach at McClimas High School, my best friend, we graduated together. He was out there coaching Mighty Mites when Marcus was just 6 or 7 years old. And the reason why he coached at a younger level, at such a young level, he wanted to make sure they instilled the fundamentals. Him and Vince Borderline, which he's at DVC now. We also went to college together. All us college, varsity high school coaches and college coaches, we was out there coaching with Pop Warner football because we wanted to instill the proper fundamentals into these young men. And it was just
they had a pipeline, Q. It was a pipeline.
But that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
My first 2 years of coaching, me and Michael Peters, we coached varsity and JV. We was coaching together at McClimas, and we wasn't winning. The program wasn't winning at the time. And as you can see, that's my my championship there, my trophy, holding up my first championship. And it was important to me to be able to give back and show what it was about. I don't know why why does it always do to me? When I be still too long, my lights cut out. I need my light.
Might have to do that hammer dance, Coach.
Yeah, I gotta hold on, man. I gotta put a picture up while I'm cutting my lights. Yeah, hold that on. Like, I always do this to me. There we go. There we go. So anyway, but yeah, the biggest reason I got into it was to go, like you said, from youth football to high school football. But my funnest coaching level, to be honest, was junior college, because at junior college you kind of got a mixture of guys that didn't either make it to Division I or Division II, whether it be for academics or they wasn't fully developed. That's me at Contra Costa College. You see me holding up the three fingers. We used to close our eyes and visualize us winning championships, and I was able to win 4 where I was there. And we used to be 0.1, so it used to be a blank wall up there, and I was able to win 4 championships in 7 years, and had a lot of great help. And like I say, most recently got inducted into the Contra Costa Hall of Fame just this past December. That's me with my medal and my son, Lil Zoe. That same 17, when I had 17, that's my 39-year-old son, and I'm real proud of him. He graduated from Cal State East Bay, the same college that I went to, and then to be able to have your son graduate from the same college you went to and understanding that struggle, you know, he watched his dad grow up and see it. So not only was I impacting other people, I was impacting my own children, because my son Alonzo has his degree. My daughter, Alana Carter, she graduated from Cal State Northridge. And most recently, my son, Anthony Carter, just graduated from Cal in December. And then my stepson, Malachi Miller, graduated from San Jose State. So to have education be a big vehicle to changing lives, that's what I got. And that's what I think the life-changing experiences come from. You know, you use education as a resource to make life-changing decisions for you as far as what you want to be in your future. And you don't have to be an NFL player to make an impact on life. You know, you find something you love and just go for it, and don't never let people tell you what you can't do.
I love that, Coach. That's big right there. Q, you're always talking about how the high school coach is so influential.
Oh, it is.
Are you hands down feeling like that's where you had the most imprint from a coach? Or was it Little League? Was it when you got to Kansas? Where did you feel the biggest imprint from coach?
Again, that's why I said it is high school. I can call my high school coach right now. I can call Rick Gorzinski on my DB coach from high school, man. Rick Glidewell, 2:00 in the morning. I ain't talked to coach in like 2 years. I can call him 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. He gonna pick that phone up. I guarantee it. I bet every dollar to my name he gonna pick that phone up. And it's just, I mean, coach will tell you all that long list of NFL veterans. They'll call him before they call a lot of people, any of them in their family. Some of them, even their own mama, they going to call coach first. It's like that. I'm going to keep saying this. As long as we on the air live doing this, I'm going to keep saying it because that's the truth. There's something about that bond with your high school coach, man, because he got you. Your high school coach, it's just like you were saying, he helped you develop in that next step and being a man. You know, and especially those kids that are in high school and they know in their mind, well, man, I think I got it, enough talent-wise, man, to play on Sundays especially, and that's the beginning of the beginning. And your high school coach is the one that saw something in you and believed in you, even when you faltered, even when you were making stupid, childish mistakes, but he believed in you, right? He was hard on you. You couldn't stand him. Anybody want to run on stadium stairs? Right, but that's what got you there.
Yeah, and that's not even talking about you guys. Now he's at the college level, the level of recruiter he is, but the level of recruiter he is because of the person he is and the mentor he is. So just life changing lives at all levels of football. That's why we wanted to have him on the Locker Room Show, you guys. So we are on to our next topic. And Coach, this is one that a lot of kids and parents want to talk about. Obviously, you guys are always recruiting at the big time level. And you know as well as I do, Coach, it's not so much the X's and O's, it's the Tommies and Joes, that make the plays. So I want to ask you, because now you guys get to pluck kids from the transfer portal. It's not just high school and college where you coached, or junior college, excuse me. How do you guys go about it in the war room at Arizona with Coach Brennan to decide, hey, we got to go get a running back out the portal, or we should get that bad boy that's at the high school level and give him a shot. How does that decision go down, Coach?
Well, criteria number one, regardless of position, is do they love football?
Right.
Okay.
I mean, do you really love football? Because
Okay.
contrary to people's belief, a lot of kids just play the game. They don't love the game. They just play the game. And you gotta, this is a business when it gets to this level. So you better love this football. You better understand that once you get to this level, everybody's a 4-star, 5-star, 3-star, whatever that might be. And everybody's competing to be the best, and everybody has a possible NFL goal or aspiration. But sometimes that works out, sometimes that don't. But even if you on that mindset, you better love this game. You better understand everything that comes with it. So when here at U of A, my cousin Marcel Wade played here back in the 90s, early 90s, and he played for Coach Tomey, and he from Columbus High School as well. He chose University of Arizona way back then over USC in Washington.
Desert Swarm.
It's a lunch pail mentality here. You know, you got some great players that have played here, whether it be I work every day with Bobby Wade and Chuck Cecil or Ricky Hundley, you know, Brandon Sanders. Those guys are legends here at the University of Arizona. And they had a mentality, and all them guys love football. You got College Football Hall of Fames, Ring of Honor. Those guys are real dudes. And when you're going to go out and look for players, do they match that? Regardless of what their profile is, do they love football? And those are the type of players that we're trying to bring to this program. And I think we've done a good job of identifying those players, whether they be in high school, junior college, or the portal. We try to get a good mixture of the three. You never want to be too heavy on either one, but regardless of where you're getting them from, do they love football? They got to love football. And if they love football, you'll have an opportunity to be able to come here and compete and play and want to be here. Do you want to be here? Do you want to be in Tucson, Arizona? Yeah. Because there's no pro sports here. So the sports at the university, that's what rules, you know. Tonight, you know, Sweet 16, you know, our basketball team is on. And the whole city of Tucson is surrounded by U of A. Everybody's tuning in, you know, tonight, you know, rooting for us. And when the football season, the same thing. Just like with all our women's sports, our softball, our women's track and field, our baseball team. I went to a baseball game last week. It was packed. They had me throw out the first ball. I went to a tennis match.
Nice.
Yeah. Won it all. Go to the soccer game.
Yeah, it's serious, man.
All the sports. You know, our track and field had some All-Americans that just in the indoor season. So they get ready to run outdoors. So U of A is huge on supporting each other. I think it's something that's real unique, me coming from the Bay Area. Now I understand. I couldn't understand back in 89 why did my cousin pick University of Arizona. He still lives here. He just retired as a sergeant Tucson Police Department. And he still lives here, and having him here, his family was huge for me. But I understand now that I'm here, and part of this, the city of Tucson, they embrace you, they welcome you. And Coach Brennan coached here as a graduate assistant under Coach Tomey. His wife, Courtney Brennan, graduated from the University of Arizona. So he's the right man for the job, and he was able to put a staff together of people that want to be here as well. And we're able to kind of pick the players that fit the mold of people that want to represent the University of Arizona.
That's big time, Coach. So you guys don't go into recruiting like, hey, we're only bringing in 10 high school kids. Well, you guys feel it?
It depends on your needs, man. It's tough to say. Every year it could be a different thing. I mean, this year we looked up and we seen, you know, due to graduation and players leaving, we end up signing 53 new players. And
oh, wow.
That was a lot compared to last year. You know, we have 53 new players, and over 30 something are here now, and then the other ones will be here once June start, because some of them are in high school and a couple of them are still in junior college, but they've all signed. So you'll see a roster 53 of the 85 scholarship players will be brand new players. We also have a couple of new walk-ons that'll come, which is tricky now because the NCAA has made the roster shrink. Everybody has to have 105. Yeah. So with only having 105, you need to be really selective and try to fit people that fit your program and want to be want to be with you, and do they love the game, and do they want to represent? So we you have a blueprint, but you really don't know what that is until, because when the portal window opens, you might gain some players, but you also may lose some players. And that's just part of it. No one wants to lose their best players, but that's part of it. We're lucky to have, to me, one of the best quarterbacks in the country and one of the best young men in the country with Noah Fafita. Him choosing to stay was huge for the program. He's a fantastic young man. He's an All-American off the field. Everything you see for him on the field, multiply that by 10 off the field. He's a true team leader. As you can see, him and T-Mac, which would be a top 10 NFL draft pick. They both play high school ball together at Servite High School. I was able to be around them together as a collective. They were truly best friends this past year. So seeing their magic was special. But now T-Mac's gone. We rooting for him for the draft. We're going to see Noah, going into his redshirt junior year now, do some special things. So we're excited to have him because he's a true leader. He's a proven winner. And we're just excited for him to be one of our captains on the football team.
Let me ask you this. Amazing. Let me ask you this, Coach. Kind of talking. I've been wondering this for some time. Obviously, with this era, with the portal situation, how do you get, even if it wasn't 53 players, even if it was 23, how do you get these guys in that short of time? Looking at how short the off season is, you're already in spring, and next thing you know, you're in the middle. Like, think about it, right? This March 27th. Next thing you know, it's like you blink your eyes and you're already halfway through the first quarter of your first game of the year. Just like that. So my question is, how do you get these kids to gel that damn quick? Nobody knows anybody. Because, T, you know how we talk about that? When you come in with your class, with your dogs, you've been around each other. I get that. But this is a new era, new situation where everyone's from everywhere. And, and it's like, well, damn. How do we,
old and young?
Yeah, man. Your quarterbacks and receivers getting timing rights down and all these factors. How do you manage that?
It's tough. That's why, like I said, you try to get players that fit what type of systems did they play in prior to you, right, who they played for, who were their coaches. Do you trust them? I always tell people when I was a high school coach, which is what made me successful, I never wanted to sell bad insurance. So you kind of do some background on them as individuals, them as young men. What was their makeup? What was their mental makeup? Because when you get here, you're going to have to do various things that are non-football related. We do a lot of icebreakers. We hang out together as a team. We are truly a family. We go to, like I say, we were all at the baseball game together. We go to the softball game together. We go to the men's or women basketball game together. Just doing a lot of team bonding stuff. We go bowling together. We do just a lot of stuff off the field. We have movie night. We went to see Gladiator 2. We go see Venom 3. And I was like, what the hell am I watching? But I didn't see 1 or 2, so I was a little lost. The players are on, like, what is this? But that's how they felt on Gladiator. They didn't understand. I said, y'all, you got to go watch Gladiator 1 before you watch 2. True. But we do a lot of stuff like that. And Coach Brennan is huge on culture. Culture is a key here. We have the thing we call Red Line, and it's who we are. It's the makeup of our football team, and we try to live by that. It's the standard. It's the standard of this football team, and we want people that love the game. We want people that know how to love on each other. It's never going to be perfect. Just like in any family, you're going to have differences, whether brothers or not, even your own blood brothers, you're going to have differences, but you're also going to have different levels. So not every level, you're going to have some young guys mixed with the older guys. And we're just fortunate to have a lot of returners on this team, like a North Fafita, like a Dalton Johnson. We got some guys that are on this team that came back to lead our football team, to give us an opportunity to gel this thing. And now that we're in the Big 12, making that transition from the Pac-12 to the Big 12, in year 2, we should be able to do some things special on the field, because we know we have the culture in place now, and we have enough players that have returned to come back and mix with the new players.
I see.
And go for it. Big 12's not easy, man.
Oh, no. No, definitely.
You say you in Texas, so you already know what I'm talking about. You know, we just signed 25 plus players out of the state of Texas.
Wow.
That hadn't been done before. You know, so we're knee deep in Texas because we know we got to play Baylor and TCU and Houston. You know, we got to play against some schools. So you got to recruit against Texas Tech, you know, all those schools. And then if you add Kansas, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, all those schools recruit Texas. And you already know what Colorado is doing. You know, they recruiting in Texas and Florida and everything else. Yeah. And then Utah, which is already recruited in Texas, BYU. I mean, come on, the list goes on and on. I won't leave nobody out. Central Florida, Cincinnati,
it's the gauntlet, man.
You know, you got to coach against all those teams, but that where we're located, you know, you're connected right to Utah and Texas.
Yeah, it's a hotbed. Yeah,
Colorado, you're kind of right in that. So you got to be able to get out and get the players that fit you, that want to have an opportunity to come to a program that's going to believe in you and give you an opportunity and come out of this with a Big 12 championship. That's the goal. Nothing more, nothing less. That's what we're shooting for, Big 12 championship.
Absolutely.
Heard that. I love it. And they got the type of character and the coaches to pull it off too. So that recruiting piece is big. If you guys haven't already, please make sure that you hit the like, subscribe, and share button. You should already be in the locker room with a friend. But if you're not, bring one next week so that we can game them up and get them to the next level too. But this is every Thursday, you guys. We bring in the best of the best people like Coach Carter that want to give back and help you out, you guys. So we're almost done for tonight, but make sure that you like, subscribe, and share so that you guys know when we're popping next week. All right. Now we're getting on to our next topic, you guys. And Q, I'm going to start with this one for you. Let's say you're in Houston, and let's say you just got the gig for the Houston Cougars. You're the head coach for the Houston Cougars. Now, I'm going to give you three. We beat them,
by the way.
Yes, we did. Watch that. It was late night. I'm going to give you three, Coach Guru. I'm going to give you three players that are three positions where you're going to have All-Americans next year. And hopefully that helps season off the right start. But if you had to pick three positions, man, where you were going to get All-American production next year to help out, what would those three positions be, sir?
And we got to go individual positions?
Positions. So quarterback, running back, receiver. I'm telling you that you're going to get All-American performances.
Coach. In the example, how many players do I get? Like how many
you
positions?
Get three. You get three.
Okay.
So one, if you say D-line, it's one of your D linemen is an All-American. If you say linebacker, one of your linebackers is All-American. Your quarterback, you get three players, three positions. Who do you want to be All-Americans?
I'm gonna say, you know what? Actually, Coach, that's relatively easy now that I think about it. D-line, O-line, quarterback. D-line, because D-line, O-line, if you have an opportunity to dominate the line of scrimmage, we always gonna be in the game. If I got a good trigger man, I'm gonna always be in the game. So that's easy. O-line, D-line, quarterback, period.
All right. He says O-line, D-line,
scrimmage is everything. That's going all the way back to Pop Warner. If you can get some of that line of scrimmage on either side, we good. And we got a good trigger man. We getting there.
Okay. We got I know for sure one of them he's gonna say, but we got a running back coach on the locker room show tonight. So Coach, you get three All-Americans. Who's All-American for U of A next year?
Well, he's hitting it on the nose. I hate to say it, my man is right, but if I'm trying to paraphrase it, because I can't be looking crazy, because I know my players are watching this, so I got to say running back is one of those positions,
right?
And I have to agree. D-line, we have a very special young man here, Trey Smith. He's going to be a real one.
Yes.
Quarterback, you can't play no game around a quarterback. You just can't. Now you need the old lineman too, but you only said three, so. If I got a quarterback and a running back, you see what Saquon and Hurst did. Now they had a good old line, but You see, Saquon came in and made
Facts.
things happen
Facts.
for Philly, took them to the next level. But you also see that D line getting after Mahomes.
I'm telling you,
that D line was off the
I'm
charts.
telling you.
And all those years when Georgia and Alabama was rolling, and all them schools, them real good Power 5 schools, you had the D line every year. They were just taking them guys out.
Yeah,
so
man.
you gotta have a trigger man. And I'm gonna say running back because I'm biased, because I'm old school. I love me some Eric Dickerson and some Walter Payton.
Oh,
and
yeah.
some Jim Brown and OJ Simpson, the real OJ. Y'all don't know OJ. Y'all know OJ.
No, they don't. They don't.
Know about OJ. They don't give OJ enough props.
Yeah,
man.
they know. Oh, no, Coach. They know OJ. They don't know the juice.
They don't know the juice. Yeah, you're right. See,
That's
I know
what it
juice.
is. They don't know the juice.
My number in college, my freshman year, was number 32.
In
man. honor of OJ.
Hey, man, you look at it like this, Coach. Think about, man, since we on the subject, 2,000 yards. Women, 2,000 yards, right? In an era where we had real linebackers and the whole stadium knows who's getting the ball.
In the snow, playing in Buffalo.
And you still get 2,000 yards. Man, OJ was cold.
He was
I get all the legal issues. Y'all can say what y'all want. Man, OJ was the truth.
He was my favorite.
The truth.
And then once
flat out.
Here come Eric Dickerson. He came along. He's one of my Marshall Faulk.
Yeah.
LaDainian Thomason. Barry Sanders is my.
Yeah.
But he did it in college and the pros. So you got some special players at that position. You know, so to be able to coach that position is really a blessing for me, because I've coached on both sides of the ball, and I've been able. We have two young men that'll be in the draft this year, Quali Conley, as well as Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, aka Bill. He got MVP of the East-West Shrine game.
That's right.
This past East-West Shrine game.
Nice.
And he put some crazy numbers at the Big 12 Pro Day. Ran 4.4 and jumped 41 vertical and 10
he put mute numbers.
Broad jump. He did some crazy stuff, and he's gonna be special. So being able to coach the position and nourish, and it's not just who's the biggest, who's the fastest, who's the strongest. No, people aren't giving running backs enough credit for learning football. They gotta understand the pass game. They got, as far as running the routes, they gotta understand protection. Man, what is going on with me in this? I don't keep that screen like that, man. I don't know why they don't like me today. This is my office. I can't get it. Like I didn't pay my bills or something, you know.
People don't believe we go live, Coach. So let them know we go live.
So y'all don't think I'm just talking. That go that 10-time platinum, man.
Wow. Oh, man.
That's 10
million man.
Wow. You can't buy this in no store, man.
Oh, man.
I had to pull him out, man. You know, he sits in my office. I tell people.
On that note, I got your back, Coach.
You can say things got a bit too legit to quit at San Jose State football practice on April 8th. Spartans running back coach and former MC Hammer backup dancer Alonzo Carter just about stole the show when a familiar tune came on. Let's just let Coach's moves do the talking.
Yeah,
you still got it,
man. Y'all better lead Coach Alonzo. Coach, two-step y'all to death, boy.
Retired.
I see you, Coach.
Every blue moon, that's the MTV award.
Coach was killing them.
So now y'all gonna make me go work out. Keep showing them pictures, man. I gotta get back on my 5 alive
Coach was
walk.
Killing them.
But no, it was
that's dope.
Players don't know, so when they come to my office, they're like, Coach, why you have that? I said, you can't buy these in no store. You know, I got 2 of them. I got the Let's Get It Started, the original. That was that album was off the chart. Then I got the Please Haven't on Her, 10 million, hasn't been done since. So I tell people, let me give you perspective. You Can't Touch This was the equivalent of like y'all hearing Kendrick Lamar song right now. They not like us. You know, that's the equivalent. I just
Coach,
everybody had the hammer.
Coach.
Everybody had the hammer pants, the cartoon. I got a bobblehead. Everybody had
I forgot.
cartoon.
Yeah, I forgot
Yeah,
about the
man.
cartoon.
You know,
Ain't nobody had a cartoon.
everybody, this man got everything.
Action
He had
figure.
toys,
Man,
everything,
breakfast
man.
cereal.
The
Just,
cereal, cartoon, Saturday morning.
man, that's crazy.
Icon, man. He's a friend. I love him. He just changed my life. He changed my family's life. He gave me an opportunity. Young man out of West Oakland, California.
That's crazy.
Teenage dad, no direction, trying to figure out what he was going to do. And through him, enabled me to bless my family
That is dope.
and then turn this career into what you see now. And he still supports me every year. I was able to coach both two of his nephews. And now I even got his son, Booby Burrell. He's in the coaching.
Oh, wow.
He's at Kimball High School, and we work together.
That's
so
cool.
it's just now you're able to mentor. Now I'm mentoring. And it's just
That's
wonderful. Man.
That's cool.
Let me
That's
just
cool.
get back on topic. I want to get out. I told you that might have to be a whole show. That's a whole.
Hey, it is. It is.
Part two.
Coach Carter on tour.
I'm
Coach
telling
Carter,
you.
locker room after dark.
Definitely.
Locker room after dark.
Definitely.
we got the AC Wolves joining in saying QB, middle linebacker, and D line. They saying we want to shore up the defense. If we don't have
I agree with Coach because even in this era, man, if you got two horses back there, man, we can control the clock. It doesn't matter. You can neutralize anybody you playing. I don't care about if you have, all Americans, on the other side of the field, man. If I got two horses back there, or more, man, I can run the ball right down your throat.
Well,
and
he just said it. The Philadelphia Blue.
Yeah.
You know what hurts
they did it. And you got to remember, in our world, O-line is the most important position. But as a running back coach and a running back, you're taught to make the O-line right. Even when it don't seem blocked a certain way, if you're that talented, look at Barry Sanders, man. Go back and watch some of his best highlights. He made a lot of things. Look at Walter Payton, man. You talking about violence. These dudes, they wouldn't understand. Go, y'all. Some of you youngsters better go Google Walter Payton.
Hey, man.
Gail Sayers. I'm gonna date myself. Them dudes were like doing stuff way ahead of their time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just doing things. And
Absolutely.
it wasn't always with the best team or the best offensive line.
But just
it was making things happen. Earl Campbell, come on, man. Earl Campbell was violent, man. So you gotta understand what that was. Different era of football.
Facts.
Indeed. Well, you guys, we're going on to our next topic, and we are overjoyed to have the great Coach Carter with us. You guys, you see why he's so special, because he gives his heart, he gives his time, he gives his knowledge, you guys. And we're almost done with Coach, but I know you guys are getting a lot out of this show. Make sure you share this after with some friends, some teammates, some people that you know. We're on to the NIL effect, Coach. I mean, obviously, this is new. This is something that wasn't around when we were playing ball. And like Johnny Manziel said, show me the money. Well, now they're showing these kids the money. And I know that you guys have to deal with that at Arizona, Coach. So I wanted to ask you, Coach, do you think that these players are more hungry today because they're making money, or do you think that the money's making them a little less hungry?
I don't want to generalize it because you have some people that do put it in perspective, but the issue is not really the players. I think once the adults get involved, I think there needs to be more education on how does the NIL money work. The taxes and all. You got to pay taxes on that money. That money's not free. Do you have an agent? Do you have a handler or whoever it is that you call so-called handling your money for you, to get you some financial literacy classes so you can understand how to utilize that money and make it work for you. I think the players deserve it. I think it's going to switch up. College football is going into what's called revenue share now. So in the next year or two, you're going to have a more you're still going to have the collective, but it's going to get into more of a revenue share model. So it'd be kind of to try to balance things out, because the have and the have-nots it's a lot. And sometimes you love a player, the player love your school, but you just don't have the money to get that player. And you hate for players to pick money, but it was put to me by our own coach. Sometimes players, if you get offered a job and another job's offering you $200,000-$300,000 more,
Good point.
and you at that age, why wouldn't you think about it? Why wouldn't you consider it? Even an adult, even either one is on the screen, So you have to consider it. But I'm also going to say all money's not good money.
These are facts.
So you got to be able to have happiness. Do you enjoy what you do? I always tell my players when they pick a school, can I live there and can I go to school there when it's not football season? And that's the high school coaching me. Because it's not going to be football 365.
Yeah.
Can you live there? Can you go to school there when it's not football season? And I don't care how much money you got. That's not going to drown your misery if you don't like where you live. If you don't like the schools, you don't like the campus.
That's a good point.
You're miserable. You got money, but now that money, you're bored. Now you're getting into things you shouldn't.
Stupid stuff. Yeah.
So it's tricky. So I'm glad they're getting it. I'm excited that players are getting what they're worth, but it's tricky. So each family's different, depending on where that family's coming from. That young man might be the breadwinner for the family, but I also hate the pressure that it might put on that young man or young lady, because everybody's counting on him to make it. He ain't even in the pros yet, and they already counting his money. And I think I was watching on the NCAA, there was a young man that played basketball for Kansas State, and he was just boo-hoo crying. I was just like, wow. And he spoke on the pressure of how much money he got through the NIL and how the pressure of just living up to that. And he felt like, he let the team down a little bit. And not that they didn't have a good season. He just felt the pressure.
Yeah,
he didn't feel like he lived up to his
that money,
and the money that he was given. So sometimes that thing is real. You want to be able to make everybody happy, not just on your own team, but in your own home. Who knows these people? You got all these different people that call themselves agents and different stuff. So if you are going to get an agent, really get a real agent. Educate yourself on what that's supposed to be. Educate yourself on how much should you be paying the agent. What did the agent do for you to even have to pay him? So it's a lot of education that comes with it. And I think a lot of time people are not educated. And so that's when the NIL can become a negative thing instead of it being a positive thing. But I'm glad it's there that these players can, receive money for what they're doing for their name, image, and likeness. And it's a real thing. And I think, like I said, it's going to change a little bit. And you're going to get into this revenue share over the next couple of years in college football. But I think it's a blessing that they have it. But please do something in the financial literacy world to understand how that money can work for you and understand the taxes that come with that, and everything is not what it might seem. And what are you signing when you sign? Just be real, detailed about what you're getting yourself into when it comes to that space.
No, that's amazing advice right there. We got the great Coach Hughes coming in saying, yes, financial literacy is big. We got the Ransburg family. These are Moreau Catholic people. Great coach that will help anyone, including me. We got the great Ray Phil. Y'all do it all, Coach. I love it. So you guys, thank you for joining us. And please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. We're almost done with Coach. Before I go on to the lightning round, Q, you were at Kansas, Rock Chalk, and then we got to meet each other playing some pro ball, some arena ball. We had a few good times. Do you think that you would have been more disciplined with the money or less disciplined with the money?
I would have been a little bit more. Let me put it to you like this. Me as an individual, I would have been a little bit more maybe undisciplined, younger. But then when I look back at my household with my father, especially being a Marine, he would have kept me in check somewhere along the line. You know what I mean? He wouldn't have let me falter too far outside, doing anything like that. So, but then that's why it's so important, man, for these kids to have some type of support system. Whereas a lot of family members will be in their pocket. They need to have that steady head, to make sure that they're putting the money away, that they're investing it properly, where they're protecting themselves.
Yes.
Big. That's big right there. All right, you guys, we are on to our next round, you guys, and this is the lightning round. The lightning round, which we are so excited to take Coach Carter through. And round is where we take our guests, you guys, through a little bit of a word association game. And
sound tricky.
know this gentleman a little bit. I think I got a pretty darn good list in front of me. And well, Coach, now I know that you come from Oakland, and we're going to keep it first thing off the top of your head, but we're going to keep it PG-13. We ain't going to have it get off the rail right now. But I got a few people that you know. And I got a few either or, and I want you to say the first thing that comes off the top of your head, Coach.
Here we go. Here we go.
You got 60 seconds. Now, we don't just do this for fun, Coach. We got a meal on it. We got a meal on it. So if you can get, he said, if you can get to 15 or higher, then it's a meal on the locker room show. I don't know your favorite spot in Arizona, but it's a meal on the locker room show.
I'm gonna come to the Bay and get my meal.
All right, that might cost me some money. So let's get it going. We're gonna get the stopwatch. He's got 60 seconds, y'all. 60 seconds. I got Coach
Here we
Zero.
go. Here we go.
Tell us the first thing that comes to his mind when I say what's on my list. All right. All right. Let's roll, Coach. The lightning round. First thing unfiltered. Number one. McClendon High School. Go.
Bill Russell.
Favorite pizza topping.
Pizza?
Pizza
Favorite
topping.
pizza topping.
Oh, pepperoni.
Noah Fafita.
Servite High School.
Pedicure or manicure?
Come on, man. Pedicure.
Favorite spot to eat in the Bay Area?
Oh, man. Everett Jones.
Josh Johnson.
Oakland Tech legend.
Pet a snake or pet a lion?
Oh, man. Pet a snake.
Brett Brennan, 50 seconds.
Bay Area legend himself, San Jose State.
Marshall Falk or Eric Dickerson?
Eric Dickerson.
Favorite cereal growing up?
Captain Crunch, peanut butter.
Time.
Give him two for that one.
And
If it ain't peanut butter, Captain Crunch or Crunch Berries, you're wasting your time, folks. That's his law. That's man law.
Friday or Janet Jackson?
Oh, man. Miss Jackson, if you're nasty, man.
Understand me?
Man. I seen her live.
Give him another two for that one.
Rhythm Nation tour. I was there. I seen it live. We had to watch her show to get ready for the Please Hammer on Her show.
Are you serious?
Hammer made us go front row at the Oakland Coliseum when she performed.
Oh,
and said, we got to top that. And we was like, whoa, Rhythm Nation tour. That's that show right. We had to get ready. And I'm going to give y'all some bonus.
That was in her prime.
We went and trained for 4 weeks at Prince Paisley Park Studio to get ready for the Please Hammer on Her tour. We had a boot camp at Prince Paisley Park Studio.
I heard about those.
Hammer was not playing on that 1990 tour.
Wow.
We went. That's why you see the MTV Awards and the 10 million sold. It hasn't been done since. It was a 9-month straight rap tour. Nobody has done that since. 9 marathons straight. We had to train. That's why I was like, I was coaching then. And I was the lead choreographer. I was the posse. Yeah. I was in charge of writing up the workouts and the nutrition. Look at me, man. I was a little cut up, man. You know, I'm going to have to get back.
Yeah, boy. Coach.
I was fresh off the football field. So
man.
We had we did something no one has done since. 9 months straight. Hasn't been done since. Plus the 10 million behind it.
Oh, man.
I told you guys was gonna get the sauce. Sauce tonight, man. Bay Area legend, football legend. You getting it tonight. So we are on to our last topic. We're gonna let Coach go because he gotta go cut some people out for spring ball tomorrow.
No, we're gonna watch U of A, man. The hoop game on, man.
He's going to the hoop game. Go to the hoop game. All right. So There you go. So Q&A, if you got something, put it in the comments section right now. We got to make it quick.
Yeah, come on, ask me whatever.
I know you got something.
Here. Let me hear it. What y'all got?
Well, Coach, actually, man, I got to get back to this Hammer situation. So listen, this is what I got to ask. I got to, T. I got to. Leave me alone. I got to ask him. So.
It's your birthday.
Coach, man, like talk to us, man. Y'all really traveled that deep, man.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that's a real thing. What Hammer did, which people don't give him credit for, and I'm one of them,
man.
He gave African-American young men and young women an opportunity to travel the world that were, that might have just, some of them were educated, some of them weren't educated, some of them couldn't get a regular job because they had a criminal background or whatever the reason may be in, but he employed people. He took care of people. He took us on tour and he took us around the world. You were loyal to that. And the posse was a real thing. It was the posse.
Yeah.
The dancers, the singers, everybody. See, he was just ahead of his time. People talked about the R&B and rap as a sellout. Well, the last time I checked, everybody got R&B and rap now. They talked about him.
They learned from him.
The commercials and all that stuff. Everybody got a commercial now.
That's true.
So
that's true.
All these things, he was just ahead of his time. He doesn't get enough credit. There's a lot of respect that he had, but people just don't give him enough credit. He started his own record label with Busted Records, him and his brother Louis Burrell, on top of Capitol. So we came up when it was E40 in the Click, Too Short, Tony.
Look at that, man.
It was a lot of. Yeah, I was on that tour. With In Vogue and
don't get bigger than that, man.
Boys the Men, and we even toured with Vanilla Ice when he used to come out with his dance. Y'all copying us, man. That ain't when you start wearing them pants and switching your hair up and all that. So it was a lot of imitating, So we was out there, but he just blessed so many people, and I'm one of them ones he blessed, and I can't thank him enough for the lives that he changed and just the people that I seen personally that he employed, over 100 people monthly, just taking them from wherever they were from and taking them on world.
That's dope.
And just blessing them. And we were on salaries, so when we weren't on tour, we were being paid a salary every 2 weeks, that's like dope, a job. Man. So normally you don't get that. You only get paid when you tour. So he blessed a lot of people, man.
Yeah, Hammer's the man.
One of them ones, and I appreciate him. I'm gonna give him his props. That's me when he performed. I went to the concert to see him perform.
Hammer's the man, dude.
I just seen him recently at October. He came to the game. Just talked to him All-Star Weekend because I hooked him up with Tuskegee University athletic director. So he went over there and blessed them when they played in the All-Star Weekend. And took pictures and met their staff and the basketball team for Tuskegee. He's just a real person, man. He's just a real person that loves Oakland. He loves the Bay Area. He loves giving back. He was on Twitter before it was Twitter. I remember looking at him like, Twitter, what's that? Hammer was doing Twitter way back when it was just Facebook and MySpace. So he's always been ahead of the curve. So get that man his flowers, man.
Definitely.
Don't nobody else give them to him. I'm sure going to give it to him.
I know that's right.
Salute him.
I know that's right.
Thank him. Him and his wife Stephanie have always been a fixture in my life because they gave this young man from West Oakland, California, by the name of Alonzo Carter, an opportunity to leave Oakland, travel the world, and start my career. And if there's no MC Hammer, there's no Alonzo Carter. So I appreciate him for believing in me and giving me a platform. And all I'm doing now is taking it in my lane and creating my different ways. I'm also on the National Coalition for Minority Football Coaches. If you're not a member, feel free to be a member. It goes from youth football, high school, all the way up to college to professional level. We have our conference every year. We just had our conference in Las Vegas. I'm on the executive committee. I'm the chair of the executive committee for that. So a lot of that is just me wanting to give back to other people that look like me, minority coaches. I do Zoom calls once a month. Y'all welcome to jump on. Our next one will be Sunday, April 27th. That's a picture of it right there. I started back in COVID. We were averaging 300 to 500 coaches every week on these Zoom calls and just blessing people with information.
Groundbreaking, Q.
Teaching them about the game, the game within the game. San Francisco Chronicle. Matter of fact, that's this right here. They did a story on it. I got all my toys with me, man. That was talking about the Zoom calls right
Real
there.
one.
Yeah.
Just and my biggest thing that I got out of it was just helping others, man. And just changing lives, man. And you can change lives in so many different ways, giving people, young men and young women, the opportunity to move up to this profession. Because I get asked all the time, how did you go from being a high school coach?
Power five.
That's a whole nother Zoom, because I remember them days at McClymonds High School, coaching in Oakland, and then going on to Berkeley High, as you can see, and then to Contra Costa College. And I'm just very thankful to have people in my life that have supported me, my children, my family, everybody have supported me, and I'm just thankful to be able to have the stage and the platform to continue to do positive things in my community. I'm a homegrown Oakland, always all my life. I love the Bay Area, even though I live in Tucson. I come home every chance I can, and I try to spread the love. I got some of the same crew, same friends, and my experience at San Jose State was a blessing, because that was one of the schools that I applied to out of college as a teenage dad, wanting to stay local to raise my son. Look how God works. He enabled me to go work at this very school that I applied to as a 17-year-old high school dad.
Crazy.
And I end up coaching there and affect lives and bring people there. And now I'm here at the University of Arizona.
That's crazy.
I'm just very thankful to be in the position that I am in.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Coach, we're going to let you
a hell of a life, man.
Yeah, we're going to let you get to the basketball game and root on those Wildcats. But, hey, you guys, this has been in the making for a while, and you see why. You see why. So, Coach, thanks for holding us down tonight, and we're wishing you the best.
I need my part 2, man. Hook it up.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We get a part 2. Where we got y'all keep. Yeah, we're gonna. It's gonna be non-football topic. We'll come up with. Might have to be right.
After dark.
Locker room show after dark. I might be in the dark. Might have a hoodie on. Talking to y'all.
We're gonna need sand and salt on for that, Coach.
All right, bro. I appreciate y'all.
Enjoy the game. So, hey, Q. I know that was your first taste of the great Coach Carter, but dude,
the
man's done it all. The most interesting man in the world, that deal, that's Coach Carter, man. And like I said, dude, it's like he doesn't have to give back. He doesn't have to do Zooms with up-and-coming Black coaches. He doesn't have to give his heart to all the coaches or the players that he coaches, man. He does not have to give back the way he does.
Yeah, but here, the example that he's showing in his life, T, is God will look at a person, man, and if your intentions are pure and God sees your intentions are pure, man, he'll bring everything full circle. So look at the situation he just explained, man, with San Jose State. He tried once as a young man and ended up there anyway. Because God already got your timeline already drawn out for you. As long as your intentions are pure, then you're going to be exactly where you're supposed to be when you need to be there. That's how it works, man.
And you never know who's watching, because he knew Coach Brennan for years. And Coach Brennan was watching him grind and going to him for recruits and everything. And little do you know, he's going to be the one to bring you to San Jose State and Arizona. So that is a great show, you guys, tonight. Please make sure you run it back. If there's someone that you know that could have benefited from the show and wasn't with us live, please share the link with them. But we do this every Thursday. Every Thursday for the athletes, the parents of athletes, and the coaches that say they want to learn about this football industry, you guys. So, hey, join us next week. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and share, you guys. That's kind of your thanks back to us for the work we put in to put on these shows and bring you guys these guests. Help us grow this football community. Also, if you are a 2026 athlete, junior heading into your senior year, you're looking for some recruiting action, then Before You Go Pro can help you out. We've helped out kids for almost 2 decades now. We've even got kids playing pro ball now, and we would love to help you out. So Check out beforeyougopro.com. Tons of resources, you guys there, free and paid resources for you guys to get after it and be a step ahead of the competition. Also, we are starting to teach athletes. You heard Coach talking about NIL, and you better know what you're doing and have some people that got your back. Well, you need to check out NILLLC.org. Once again, NILLLC.org. We're creating something special there for you, some education. Make sure you handle your money right when you get to the bag, all right? So, hey, before we get out of here, I don't want to hear any of our audience sing, but once again, happy birthday to the great guru coming in and holding us down, even on his birthday and every week. You guys, I know you guys love Guru. And hey, subscribe. That's something you can do for the guru to make sure that
hit
you
that button,
celebrate his birthday. You got any special plans this weekend or tonight? Anything, man?
Nah, man. I'm kicking back. The only thing you're gonna see in my cup is ice water. Shit, I'm chilling.
That's probably good.
I'm chilling, yeah, man. I'm gonna kick back, man, trying to let these kids drive me crazy, man.
There you go. So, hey, hopefully you guys enjoyed it tonight. I see Big Ruck joining in, saying happy birthday. I see my wife coming in saying happy birthday. So, you guys, make sure you have a safe evening. We love you, and we'll definitely see you at the top.